Hi everybody, this is David. I'm going to be showing you guys how to use our brand new equipment. We just got the Rodecaster Pro 2. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it and how to use it with butt so that we can stream it on our radio site. Alright, first things first is power. It's going to be into this first port here on the bottom. It'll plug into this adapter here, which will be plugged in there. And then from here, it'll go into the back of the Rodecaster in the lightning spot here, and you'll just press the power button to turn it on. In order to connect it to the computer, you're going to use this Rode wire, which is already supplied for us, and plug it into one here and then into the back of the computer in the USB-C port, just like that. To ensure that it is connected on the computer, go into the sound setting on the settings tab and make sure that the input and output is chosen to Rodecaster Pro 2 main stereo for the output and for the input. And then you also want to make sure in butt, you guys won't have to do this, but just so you guys know, in the audio tab, you're going to go to the primary audio device and you're going to make sure that the Pro 2 main stereo is selected as well. Now the microphones are going to work the same as always. They're plugged in here. I want to teach you guys, this is called an XLR wire that plugs into one end of the mic, and then the other end here will go into an output here, and then it'll be assigned just like it is, and you can see the levels are working there. It's going up. Another option that you guys have is plugging in a guitar if you wanted to, or another sort of instrument. The back of these inputs have an option for a 3-pin XLR or a 1/4-inch jack, just like this. So right now I have the guitar plugged in right now, and you can see that the levels are working. But what you're gonna want to do is you can press this button to open up each of the individual mics. Oopsie. Press 2 here, it'll bring up the second mic. You can go into whatever thing. You can scroll here and see, so there's the condenser mics are what our microphones are. But if you want to plug in a instrument, you hit instrument, and then you can change the levels here. But now if I wanted to go back in and strum the guitar, you can see that that shows a lot more easily. For our headphones, we just bought new ones, but we're gonna rock with the same ones as well. They plug into one end there, y'all saw it. And then these 1/4-inch jacks, the same ones that go into here, they're not gonna go into there, they would go into the headphone tab. And then you can adjust the headphone levels right here for each different one. Another option that you guys have with all the channels is you go to settings up at the top here, you go to faders, and then you have all these different options. It comes set with 4 microphones, but if you guys don't use 4 for your shows, you can have it different options. This option right here means computer audio from the screen. This is Bluetooth, which is also pretty important, so I'm going to put that in place of 4. So let's first do it from the computer. Just play this video real quick. It's just a how-to, don't blame me. And that plays. And then you can also do Bluetooth, so you can click on it here, discoverable as Rodecaster Pro 2. I go in my phone and I look for it under devices, Rodecaster Pro 2. Let it connect, pair, and then you're good. And then let's play some music real quick. I press play, and now it's showing up there. So that means that you guys can also pull up your TikTok and play something from there. See, so a lot of different options. And another thing about the faders on the home screen, that's just like where you can control the volume. You can still have something playing. So I still have my Bluetooth connected, but I'm gonna drag it over here. It'll still show up here, and I can still play music and it'll play. That just means I can't adjust the volume here. You would have to press it manually and drag it, I believe. See, you press it and then you can turn this knob and turn it up and down. Another option that you have with the Bluetooth connected to your phone, if you have an Android, you can just use USB-C, but if you are using an iPhone, you need to connect through Bluetooth. Another option that you have is taking calls in, and through Bluetooth it should work. So Skylar, would you mind talking real quick?
Say something for the record. Tell the people what you feel.
Another thing that you guys should know how to do is at the settings up top, if you want to change any of your inputs on the bottom. So let's say you have 2 people and you want to have mics 3 and mics 4 be computer audio instead, so that you can change it. You can, this is the computer from this computer. It'll be in USB 1. So I'll put that there. And let's say I wanted to connect my own computer. I'll do it in USB 2 instead, and I'll put that in 4. So like if I wanted to play something from here, I'll press play and it will connect into here. So you can see it right there. Also guys, to control your headphones, they are all right here, and we'll make sure to have them labeled for you, but you just turn them up or turn them down for whatever you want the volume to be. Another feature that is really cool is you can mute yourself like that, or you can have soundproofing like that as well. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys one of the best things about this Rodecaster, and it's an audio, wait, what's the word for it?
What do you mean?
This.
Oh, it's like a launch pad.
Soundboard. So we got a soundboard for you guys, okay? So it's all gonna be on these pads here, and they correlate towards the right side of the screen. There's a bunch of different options. You have a music bed, you have an air horn. If you wanted to like do it multiple times, you can do. Right, damn, that's loud on my headphones. And you can do a bunch of other ones there that I'll let you guys mess around with once you get here. But the most important one that I'm gonna say is gonna be this one right here. Oh no, stop laughing. Sorry. This is the audio ducking feature. It's gonna be on the bottom here. It'll be on the second screen. You can toggle between screens here. It'll be color coordinated. It'll make a lot of sense. When you wanna play something, you can play it on the screen here, and then pressing ducking allows you to talk on top of it like a radio show host. And then once you're done saying whatever you have to do, this is WHCS radio, you let go and it goes back you let go of it and it goes back to how it was with the music being loud. And there's also some voice effects on here, which I'll let you play around with as well. And then one other thing that is important to note is that with these track pads or these sound pads, you can add your own. You see all these blank ones? You can add your own sound effects. They have to be as MP3 files. So like, for example, if you wanted to bring in a YouTube video, you copy the link, you go into a YouTube to MP3 converter, you hit download right here, and then what you're gonna do is bring up the Rode Central app, which we have downloaded right next to Butt. You click on our Rode, you go to customize smart pads. It'll go into transfer mode, you press continue. You'll be on the third one here. You press plus, you can choose a file. So I'll choose a file from the downloads, press enter or load it, and then it'll show up as that color on here. You press it, and it works. And one more thing to know, so like, for example, we have our Vine Boom sound effect. If you press on it, and then press it again, you can edit it here. Once you edit it, you have the opportunity to like change how long it is. So like, for example, if we want to make it shorter, we can. Right now it's on toggle, so once you hit it, it plays the whole sound. But if you have it on, let's say on one shot, you can do that, and you can change the volume and how long it plays for. Also in the Rode app, it'll show you kind of all the other things if you wanted to configure your setup. It's the same thing that you can do on the device itself, but it's on the computer if it's a little easier to see. You can adjust brightness if you need, or any of the other things. We just ask that you return it to how it was once you first set it up. Some of the problems that we've already run into this, there isn't too many, but You want to make sure that everything is plugged in correctly. The Rode sometimes has trouble. If you need to reset the butt to make sure that it shows up as the main audio source, please do that. Just close it and reopen it. Occasionally the board has also crashed, so just make sure, if you are the person to turn it off, just so you guys know how, it should be this bottom, this red button back here. You press it, then this will show up on the screen, and you press turn off. Alright guys, we're back now in the production room to show you some of our other new equipment. We just got the Vocaster 2, which is right here. It's a podcasting specific setup that you can use, and I'm just going to show you how to use it. So there's two inputs on the back that are XLR. You can plug in any sort of microphones that you want to use. Right now we have some condenser microphones in there, but just to show you, there's power. You plug in this port into the computer that's already plugged in. You have access to a camera, this Bluetooth button. If you press it, then you can connect your smartphone. You can also connect your phone through that 3.5mm jack. You can supply phantom power to power microphones, which is the 48V, and then you can also put it into speakers. On the bottom, there are two ports for headphones, which you can see here. You can adjust the volume of those for the host, which is the first input here, to make it louder or quieter, and then the guest on this side, which is microphone 2 on this side. As for adjusting volume, you have your host here, which you can change here for the gain to make it louder or quieter. And then if you press the guest button, you can make it louder or quieter here. Another feature is mute. You can just have a straight up mute button for both sides. And there's a hands button, which I will show you later. If you wanted to automatically set your gain so that you got the right levels no matter what, you can press down on the button for 10 seconds. You'll see this white little circle show up, and it'll automatically set what your levels should be. So for me, it'll pop up right after you hold this, and then it sets automatically. You can see the difference on each side. Another thing is, with this Vocaster 2, there's already a program that I installed on to the computer. It's this Vocaster hub right here. You can adjust your mic levels here if you want to. This enhance button, which I mentioned, there's a radio sound, there's a clean sound, a warm, and a bright. It's up to you. And you can really play around with this. If you have Bluetooth connected, you can play it on your phone, scroll on TikTok during a call, or do whatever you want. And then you can put it into butt if you'd like to, and I'll show you how to do that really quickly. So similarly, butt is on this computer, and you can stream straight to our website from here. Same thing as the new input source. You make sure that the primary audio device is now the Vocaster 2 USB. It should be plugged into the computer and ready to go. You save your file wherever you want. Make sure that you hit start recording when connected, stop recording when disconnected, and start recording after launch. You click your file. So I'll just do it to the desktop and call it Vocaster. And make sure that it's logged here. And then I'll press play. And everything should work this way. You can turn up all your things on here. My volume is up, and it'll stream right to the website. So I'm still live from that previous recording. Just wanted to show you an example of the Bluetooth. You hit the Bluetooth button back here, and you connect it through your phone. Vocaster BT shows that I'm connected. And if I wanted to play it, let's say, I don't know, the most recent thing on here, the Bluetooth button will be up, and you'll be able to hear it through your headphones. And then once you're done, you just hit stop, and your file should save right to the desktop. Another suggestion that I'll give you guys is, if you want to record video, this is probably the best place to do it. I downloaded OBS onto here, and you can have the web camera as your camera here, and the input source as the Vocaster 2. If you need to put it up, you go to plus, hit audio input catcher, make sure that you select the Vocaster 2 and press OK. And then for the video capture device, you do the same thing. Go to video capture device, hit enter, and make sure that you press the camera. And then if you wanted to record it, you press start recording. It'll record, and then once you're done, press stop. It'll go to the desktop, or it'll go to the source that it says right here, and you'll find that, and you'll have your video.